There is a country that is dominating the world in artificial intelligence and robotics, and it's not the United States. In fact, the US is falling behind as we speak. And you won't believe how far ahead this country is. China has been pouring billions of dollars into developing AI and robotics for decades, and it's starting to pay off big time. For example, China has more than 300,000 robots working in factories, while the US only has about 27,000, and China is using robots in all sorts of other areas too. Like in healthcare, for example, China has developed robots that can do surgery with greater precision than human doctors. That's right. Robots are now performing surgery in China, while the US is still trying to figure out how to make robots that can do the dishes. And it's not just robots. China is also leading the world in other areas of AI, like natural language processing and computer vision. For example, China's AI-powered facial recognition technology is so advanced that the police there can use it to identify suspects in a crowd. The US, on the other hand, is still struggling to get its AI-powered phone apps approved by the government. So why is China so far ahead in AI and robotics? One reason is that the Chinese government is willing to invest in long-term projects that may not have a quick payoff. For example, the government has invested heavily in developing quantum computing, which is a technology that could revolutionize everything from medicine to materials science. Another reason is that China has a large and growing middle class that is driving demand for new technologies. As the middle class grows, so does the need for things like robot-assisted surgery and an AI-powered customer service. Finally, China has a large pool of engineers and scientists, many of whom have received training in some of the best universities in the world. The US, on the other hand, has fallen behind in several key areas. For example, the US has lost its dominant position in the global semiconductor industry, and the country's aging infrastructure is a major obstacle to progress. But perhaps most importantly, the US government has been slow to invest in basic research. As a result, the country's edge in innovation is starting to erode. So what does this mean for the future? If the US doesn't invest in basic research and upgrade its infrastructure, it will fall further behind China and other countries. However, if the US can find a way to reignite its innovation engine, it can still compete with China and win. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching. See you next time.